Next Level Mindset bringing you another powerful and positive video. I want to empower your journey and give you clear signs you're on the right path. Things I've identified in my life. And if you stay with me all the way through till the end, I've got some bonus insights how to know we're spiritually strong. You do not want to miss this. By the fact that you're watching this video, this is your confirmation. This is an early bonus point. Something that may be wrong for others may be just right for you. So keep that in mind. We'll get more into that as we go through these. So the first clear sign that you're on the right path is when you're able to see purpose in everything that you do. You have a passion that you're able to follow. You see that your life has purpose. You have an amazing effect on everyone around you. You realize that you're here for something greater than yourself. And now looking back on my life, I realized that a lot of the pain that I went through, it was because God was preparing me to be a blessing to other people. So no longer will you have to ask the question, which way is up? Which way should I go? You know that no matter what happens in your life has purpose. Your life has passion. And when you can find that your passion and your purpose is a blessing to those around you, that's a good sign. You're on the right path. And I know by the fact that you're watching this right now, think about a time when you was uncertain about your passion in life. You were uncertain about your goal and what you were here on this earth to do. And now if you think back, you can see how it started to unfold. You begin to see the light at the end of that tunnel. You begin to see how those circumstances started shaping out to reach where you are right now. You had to go through it in order to get to it. Everything that you've gone through has a purpose for it. Here at Next Level, you don't believe in coincidences. You believe in divine providence. I look at everything as a divine providence. Everything in my life, I see that it happens exactly the way it's supposed to happen, and there's a higher meaning in it. And I have my days when I seem like I'm losing purpose, when I feel like, what is the use of it all? We all have those moments. But I want to empower you and encourage you. Take that time and remember, your life means so much to somebody around you. You'll never really know how important your life is to other people. And so when you have a sense of purpose, when you have a higher purpose, when you realize that your life is more than just what meets the eye, that's a great sign you're on the right path. Next clear sign that you're on the right path, it is when you have a willingness to forgive. You're able to forgive others for what they've done. You're able to forgive yourself for the wrong that you've done. You let things go. You don't hold on to grudges, right? We forgive others to let ourselves go. We forgive others so that we can be free to go on to the other things, to go on to higher things. And it took me a while to realize that I was only hurting myself holding on to certain pains. Many times people are not even aware of the pain that they caused. They was not even aware that they did certain things. Maybe they said a certain thing a certain way. They've moved on and there I was carrying that weight around. Let it go. That thing that somebody hurt you, that was exactly what you needed at that time. The very thing that I thought was going to take me out, it was the perfect thing for me to experience at that time. And so what I found out in my life is that when you're able to forgive others and let those things go, that is a clear sign you're on the right path, doing what you need to do for your life. Maybe you're going through something that you can share with your team, share with your group. There is so much power in being able to forgive. Move on and forgive yourself even for the wrong you've done. That is a great sign you're on the right path. Next clear sign that you're on the right path is when you sense that God is always with you. You know that God within you is right there guiding every decision that you make. Everything that you go through in your life, you feel a presence of a higher power. No matter whatever name you want to use, there is a higher power, God within us, that great I am, always with us, guiding us along the way. One of my affirmations says that even in the depth of dark places, I have no fear because I know that I am God is with me, being one with God. I am the essence of Almighty God. It's another affirmation. I am the essence of Almighty God, a glorious and most intelligent manifestation of this almighty and divine presence, and we are one. You have angels protecting you. You have a vision in your mindset, a guiding light guiding you through every dark situation. I remember when I was growing up, I would always look up at the night sky and I would see angels in my own way, right? Stars twinkling in my own way, feeling that there is a presence. One of my affirmations says, I am dwelling in the secret place of the Most High, resting and abiding under the shadow of this almighty presence. When you know that you're never alone, you may be on your own, but you're never alone. And I like to say, even when you feel like you're alone, you never have to be lonely. There's a difference between the two. Took me a while to realize that. I remember when I was going through addictions, when I was going through homelessness, making decisions that were not for my best interest, doing things to other people that I wouldn't want them to do to me. I remember during those times, I felt all alone. Nobody wanted to be bothered with me. I was counted out and left all alone, but I remember God was still there. So consider that and think about that in your life. Even when you're going through times when no one wants to be bothered, there is God. And when you can look back over your life and see the things that you've gone through, and you can have a strong sense of a connection with God's spirituality, when you realize that you're never alone and that God is always there, that is a clear sign you're on the right path, doing what you know you need to do, in the right place at the right time, experiencing everything that you need to experience for right now. Maybe you're watching this right now and you're going through one of those dark nights of the soul and you feel that no one else is there. You can look within your heart and know that God is always there. There is a spiritual connection. There is a oneness there. You feel that purpose. You have that self-confidence. You know you're thankful for everything that's happening in your life. So when you know that God is there, when you know that the universe is on your side, your angels surrounding and protecting you, when you have a sense that you're never alone, that is a clear sign, that is a powerful sign that you're on the right path in this life. Now, before I share these bonus insights in this PowerPoint with you, if you've enjoyed this so far and it's giving you value, do me a favor and hit that like button. The algorithm signal will let other people know this video. It'll let them know it's definitely worth watching if you hit the like button. Thank you. So keep this in mind. There was a detour. I want to share this with you. I was coming home the other day, right before I was preparing for this video. There was a detour, but I noticed that the detour was taking me away from my home. And I said to myself, there's no way that this detour is for me. I've got to go this way. It was the only way that I can get to where I was going. And I noticed a little deeper when I looked at it. I noticed a sign on the detour. It says, no through traffic. That was the key phrase. That was the key word, right? No through traffic. But I wasn't going through. I was only going to. So I took the turn, went on down that way, and I noticed right before my turn, going into my complex where I live, that's where the detour ended. So that's a clear sign. Let that be a reminder. Something that is a detour for someone else may not necessarily apply to you. Something that may be limiting to others may not necessarily be limiting to you. You don't have to follow every rule. You may not have to follow all of the rules that other people are following. Other people had to go another way. But for me, it just didn't apply. So keep that in mind as you follow your path, as you identify these signs along your journey. There are going to be detours. But what's a detour for one person could be the right tour just for you. And one thing I noticed along my journey, identifying these signs, being on the right path, what about my spiritual life? How do I know I'm spiritually connected? I want to share this video with you right here, coming up on the screen, signs of a strong spiritual connection. I think that would be a great video for you to watch next. So check that out and enjoy that. Thanks again to my subscribers and returning viewers, my fan funders, those of you who fund the channel with your income. You keep the lights on here at Next Level. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, share this on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Stay blessed, stay positive, and remember that there's nothing that needs to be done that together we cannot do. I'll see you on the next level. Peace.